Hey, what's up, guys? I wanted to go live over here. I'm going to be trying to do my best to go live every day right here. So if you haven't done so, make sure you subscribe. I give a lot of free information, a lot of ways to hit against the sports books. But we went 4-2 yesterday. The day before that, we went 6-0. So we've been hitting a lot lately. So this season has been very solid, and I attribute it to some of the information that I'm going to share with you on this live. I'm going to share with you one prop that's a three-man prop, and then I'm going to give you guys two-team parlay that I really like, and I'm going to break down the whole slate real quick. I'm not going to go very much into detail. Let me just kind of show you, let me explain this, what happened yesterday, and then I'll show you the type of information that I have available against the books. So if you don't have this type of information, it's very hard to hit. Even with this information, it's hard to hit, but it at least gives me an edge on having the information in front of me, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. But let me quickly just break down what happened yesterday. So the Nuggets, they won. The Nets, I did say that I liked them, especially because the Wizards were tired, and the Wizards are one of the worst teams. The Nets were actually on an incline, and the problem was that the money was coming in heavy. The money was coming in heavy on the Nets, yet the line was shifting towards the Wizards. So, anyways, I said be careful with that, and sure enough, it didn't hit. Anyways, Miles Bridges hit. This one did not hit either. This was one of my favorite ones, and it didn't hit. And then we had the Pistons add-on. So what this means is that, like, later on in the day, I saw that the injury report came back, and I was like, man, these Powell was sitting, and the other dude was sitting. I forgot his name. I can't think of his name right now. But two of the main players were sitting out, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna hammer this. And sure enough, the Pistons hit. And then we had one in the VIP as well, North Carolina, that hit also. So let me just give you guys the first play of the day. This is the one I shared on the other live just now, and then I'm going to give you guys the other one. So I'm going to explain the two teams on why I like them so much, and then I'll just give it to you from there. So I appreciate you. This is actually the one I'm going to give you now. Is going to be the best one that I like. So this is the first one. If you want to take a screenshot. So what I'm trying to show you here is the Boston Celtics. You can see their record is 41-16. And then the Raptors are not that good. They're 18-39. And then you go over here. There's a lot of information. I'm not going to go into all this detail, but I'm going to give you the most important stuff. You can see the Celtics are covering spreads right here. You can also see that the line is very high. It's at a -10. So that means they're supposed to win by 11, according to the books. And then you got the projections. You got the current stats on what they are. This is 41, like I said, 41-16. Raptors are not that good. They were actually decent like halfway through the season, or a little bit before the All-Star break, and then they lost RJ Barrett and Potel, I think it was. So they started losing a lot of rhythm, and now they're just now trying to find their rhythm again, and it hasn't looked good for them. So anyways, this injuries, you can see these injuries. They have Celtics, they have this guy questionable, which he's strong on there as well. But then you got all these guys over here as well for the Raptors. Overall, the projections showing that they're supposed to win by 9, but the line is actually shifting, and it's like 11.5 right now. I don't like it at the spread like that, so I'm going straight up. The first leg of this is going to be the Boston Celtics on the money line. So you can see it shows no movement according to this, but let me take a look here. Let me show you guys here. So you can see it did start at a 10.5, and now it's at 11. Actually, still at 10.5. So they're correct. It has not moved. It's still stuck at the 10.5, even though 75% of the money is coming in on Boston. So it's suggesting that there's balance to money. The total also decreased and went down. I don't care about that right now. I'm telling you, Potel and this dude Dick, their Celtics have a solid against the spread, 7-3. Everything I just said. So I really like Boston money line, not the spread. All right, so that's the first leg of my prop, or not prop, but give me a second here. Sorry, I'm a little bit. This is the little negative about going live and trying to share stuff. It's like a little confusing sometimes. But anyways, here it is. So the first leg of this is gonna be Boston money line. And then I'll share the second leg of this as well. So give me a second. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging in there. And then the second leg of this is going to be The Cavaliers. So the Cavaliers, there's if you've been keeping up with any sort of basketball, you've been keeping up with me. I've been going with the Cavaliers all season long, and you can see why. I mean, look at this. They've been winning 47-10. The Magic actually have. I was surprised when I was looking at this stuff a couple of weeks ago. Is that these guys have, I think, the second or third best defense in the league. So I'm actually surprised about that. They actually do have some good players like what's his name, Banchero and Wagner, stuff like that. But you can see their record is not reflecting how good they are. So their defense is very good, but they're just not winning games. Anyways, the second leg of this is Cavaliers. And I got this yesterday for around minus 140. I know that's a lot higher now. So try to find it at, you can do something called line shopping. And what I mean by that is you go to Odds Jam and pick the two teams. So like, for example, you go here and you go to NBA. I think this line shopping is free on Odds Jam. If it's not, then I think it's like $20 or something. The link is in my bio, and you get a 14-day free trial or something like that. So anyways, you would go here, and I'll show you how to just pick the parlay so you can see it. And then it actually tells you which book to pick for the best odds. So for example, if I clicked on this little add to parlay button right here, so that's the Boston Celtics, and then I'm going to go in this drop down, and I'm going to choose Cavaliers. Sorry, this is dragging. It's a little slow. So I'm going to go to Cavaliers, and I'm going to click on the little add to parlay, and then I'm going to come over here. And once I have both of those teams in my parlay slip, you can see now this book is this one, which is Tony Bet, which I never heard about. And then you scroll down, and then the cheapest book that I can get right now, I actually got them on FanDuel for 143. You can see it's already at 163. So I got this last night. So the line is shifting in our favor, which means even though it's more expensive, that's a good sign. So it sucks to say, but it is a good sign. But it is more expensive. So anyways, if you can see which one of your books you have, and it'll tell you, like, for example, DraftKings is 161. Like I said, I got it at one. Let me show you my slip, actually. So I got this at 143. Anyway, all right, let me just give you the rest of the breakdown here, and then I'll be hopping off, guys. I appreciate you all that are here. Good morning, James. This game I'm staying away from completely. I don't like either team. These guys have been struggling all season. You can see their record, 43. The Spurs, once they lost Wembanyama, that's pretty much done for the season. From what it's looking like, I don't like the team at all, and I barely even like them because of Wembanyama. But De'Aaron Fox went over there. He's scoring points, but it's not strong enough to switch the team around. And it's already late in the season. I think they're not that good. You can see they don't cover spreads. Neither do the Spurs. So none of these teams are solid. I'm staying away from that game. And then you got the Milwaukee Bucks. The only thing I don't like about this is that these are underdogs, which makes no sense to me. And when something doesn't make sense, I don't like it. There's no reason that the Bucks should be underdogs. The only reason I can think of is that the Rockets are at home. They do have a little bit of a better record. And then also Van Vliet is coming off of injury. So Van Vliet is one of their number one scorers, but he's been out for weeks. So I don't know how he's going to react. So you can see he's the starting point guard. I don't like it. You can see the projections are saying that they're going to win by, 9? Anyways, like I said, I don't like it. So either somebody knows something that I don't, and I don't like to see that. The Suns and the Grizzlies, I do like the Grizzlies in this position a lot. I'm going to wait closer to game time and see what the line shifted to. Let's take a look here. The Bucks, you can see, that's what I was talking about. They have 63% of the money, so why is the line shifting the other way? That's what I'm trying to say here. And then you got the Grizzlies, 7.5. They do have the money, but there's no line shift at all. So that's another thing I don't like, is that the money's coming in on the Grizzlies, but it's not pushed at all. We almost had it yesterday, but we're going today. Keep up the good work. Yeah, it was a good day. I mean, overall, I had a 4-2 day. So including the VIP and some Discord stuff and all that stuff, I had a 4-2 day. I know the stuff that I shared was only 2-2, so it is what it is. Sometimes it hits on the free, sometimes it doesn't. It's just the way that it is. So anyways, I do like the Grizzlies, but I don't think they're going to cover the spread, especially because the Suns, they do have a decent squad. Let me look at the head-to-head trends. So the Suns don't cover spreads, but neither do the Grizzlies. They're only 4-6 right here. I hope this is making sense, guys. So let's go to Hornets and Warriors. I love the Warriors in this position, but this is a ridiculous line. They're at a minus 12. No, not minus 16. So this is ridiculous to me. Right here, you can see minus 16. It went up to minus 17. So that's a ridiculous number. I'm not touching it. And like I had said earlier, I'll repeat it here. If you were on the other live, you go to sports alerts on your phone. Normally, I can connect my phone and show you exactly what I'm doing on my phone, but I'll just show you. It's this thing called sports alerts. And what you want to do when there's a strong team like this, like the OKC last night, and even though they lost, you had a great chance, which I actually got it right before they went into overtime. I had an excellent line and I took it. I mean, it was they were supposed to win by 13 or something, and I was able to get the money line like cheap, even though they lost. It was a great offer. So what I'm trying to say with all this is, on your phone with this app, I go into Golden State, the game, and then I click on game started, start of quarter, and end of quarter. So it's 3 check marks on here. I don't know if you can see that or not, but basically what I'm trying to say is that I'm going to get the alert when the game starts. I'm going to get the alert after the first quarter, and I'm going to get the alert when the second quarter starts, and then so the beginning of the quarter, and then the end of the quarter, or whatever period, quarter. So start of the quarter, end of the quarter, whatever it is. What I'm trying to say is that you're going to get the alerts on your phone, and then what you're looking for is for the Warriors to be losing, or for the Warriors for you to get a great line, like a minus 8.5 or minus 7.5. Is that making sense, guys, or you want me to explain that a little bit better? Let me know. Anyways, you can see they're only projected to win by 14 right here. So that's a perfect example. The line is already at 17. The Hornets lost by 42 last night. Okay. Yeah, the line is ridiculous though, man. I mean, I didn't know that they played last night, so that makes more sense why this line is so ridiculous, because the Warriors are rested. But even then, Warriors are a lot better at home. I guess what I'm trying to say is Warriors are going to win, but I don't think they're going to win by 18 points. I know you're saying that they lost by 42, but I don't trust the Warriors that much. You can even see here, they only cover spreads 6 times out of the last 10. And then the Hornets actually are 4-4-2, which means they hit that line exactly. They lost. They covered spread 4 and 4 times out of the last 10. Anyways, long story short is I'm staying away from that game. Until when it's live, I'll get the alerts, and if I get a good value on the Warriors, I'll take that. If you haven't done so, guys, make sure you subscribe. A lot of people think that they're subscribed, but they're actually not. So take that extra second and click on subscribe, and then go down to where it says free picks. We give a lot of free value. The day before yesterday, we went 6-0. I shared 5 of those for free, and they all hit. Then yesterday, we hit another 4-2. So overall, we're 10-2 in the last two days. Out of those, is like 8 of them were for free. So if you guys want that information for free, just literally click in the link in the description, or go to beastsportspicks.com and then click on free. Also, make sure you subscribe. And then if you want the information that I'm sharing right here, let me show you. So if you want this information right here, where it gives you all the breakdown like this, go to the bottom and then go to where it says True Edge Pro, and it's basically our daily scraper data. And basically that just gives you all the information. You would literally have access to this sheet right here every day. So I hope that makes sense. And then also the last thing I'll mention here is the VIP. We have a 1-day pass for you to check us out, and then VIP also 1 week. And if you put in the code Beast Week, you'll get 50% off of that. I'll break down the last game here, and it's the Lakers. I actually like the Lakers in this position, but I'm not going to take them because they're 1-1. Mavericks are actually looking a little bit better recently, and the line is shifting for the Lakers. You can see it's 5, and it's still earlier today. I was on this other live, and this line was at 8.5. Now it's at a 9. So what that means is that this line continues to shift to the Lakers, and you can see the 78% of the money is still coming in on the Lakers. So -5, and then it moved to a -9. So that's a 4-point line movement towards the Lakers. I agree. Just saying that's why the spread is high. Oh yeah. No, yeah, it makes sense. I didn't know that they lost yesterday. I didn't even know that they were. I appreciate you. Bob is saying that the reason that the line is so high is because for the Warriors is that the Hornets lost yesterday by 40 plus points. So that makes more sense. Anyway, Mavericks, you can see they're covering spread. This is the reason I'm staying away from this game. Check this out. Mavericks are 8-2. Again, these guys are 7-3 covering spreads. So Lakers are also strong, 8-2. Their records are very similar. And then in the entire season, they're 1-1. So when they played each other, they're even. LeBron James is questionable, and then you got all these dudes out over here for the Mavericks. So Anthony Davis, for some reason, is still showing up there, but he's not even on that team anymore. So I'll just delete that. And anyways, you can read this if you want, take a screenshot, whatever. It's up to you guys if you want to do that. But basically, that's it. That's the strongest stuff that I have so far. I don't see really much else. The only thing is the live on the Warriors is what I'm looking for. And then I'm probably going to look at the props for all these teams. So what I like to do, just so you know, for the props, I look at the teams that I'm going with. So I'll look at the Celtics. I'll look at the Cavaliers. And then I'll look at actually, I'll look at all the games, but the important ones that I pay attention to, I'll probably look at the Rockets and what else? The Grizzlies. So basically the best teams. And then I go down and I get a breakdown of the players, like who are their best players and what they're doing. So I get a full breakdown of, you know, what the average scoring is for each player, what the rebounds are, what the assists are. So for example, sometimes I'll get the information where it says for the Grizzlies, obviously Morant is the highest scoring, but then, you know, whatever the other player is for the rebounds, and then one other player for the assists. So it literally gives me the breakdown of each game. And then I look at that and I go and do my research on Props Cash. It's a paid service, but it's very powerful because it gives me a full breakdown. I can type in any player here and it'll give me the breakdown of the player, and it'll give you the last 10 and all this stuff. So let's say, for example, Porzingis, you can see his line is 19. His line is 19, but he's only hit this. So right away, you can see you would look at the under at this point. But again, I'm not saying go ahead with this under. I'm just saying this is very powerful to look at for props. I also have one that's called Outlier. And this is actually where I get a lot of my information from as well. And this one we have access to. So if you guys want access to this one, go to the link in the description and then you'll see Outlier. Anyways, that's enough talking here. So I appreciate you guys that are here. Once again, if you haven't done so, go to the link in the description, click on free. Also make sure you subscribe if you haven't done so. And then if you want access to the VIP and the Discord, we've been doing a lot of stuff in the Discord. So sometimes we don't even post the stuff in the VIP because it's so fast. It moves so fast that I can't even take screenshots and stuff like that. And that happens inside the Discord. And there's a lot of other people in there that give us a lot of, we share a lot of information in there, is what I'm trying to say. All right, guys, thank you so much. Let's have a good day. And I appreciate you all. And let's see. So I'll just share one more time what the final plays were, if I can find them. Where the hell did I put them? So this is the first one here. And then the other one was Derek White for 10 points, RJ Barrett for 15 points, and then RJ Barrett for 3 assists. All right, guys, thank you so much. I hope you guys have a good day, and I'll see you tomorrow.